The line between fact and fiction has increasingly blurred recently. It used to be easy to spot the difference. Fiction was Batman and rom-coms like Love Actually. Non-fiction was earnest documentaries about sharks and Nazis. Now it's hard to tell. Was that really Rob Brydon and Steve Coogan in The Trip, or fictional characters with the same names?
Should be 2 rooms under the name Coogan.
We only have 1 double room.
What do you think's going to happen?
You might touch my bottom.
Were you an altar boy?
In Sweden, the equivalents of Coogan and Brydon are Filip Hammar and Fredrik Wilkinson, who became household names there, producing television comedy documentaries, often about Swedish showbiz. As you've probably guessed, I had to look all of that up.
Om man inte gör den där resan så tror jag inte han är med oss så länge till. Det är inte som det var förr.
Hon har bestämt dig för att gå i pension, Lasse.
And the reason I had to was a feature film called The Last Journey, ostensibly about Filip Hammar and his real-life father, Lars. Lars used to be a teacher and isn't handling retirement very well. He just sits around moping, says Filip's mum. What can be done to shake him out of his funk, wonders Filip.
Vi skulle ju ha det så mysigt nu när vi blev pensionärer. Och nu sitter han bara där.
Du är ju deprimerad.
Nej, lite nere som vi säger på skånska.
När steppade du senast?
När jag sa jag till min sista klass på gymnasiet.
Now, because I'm not Swedish and had no idea who any of these people were, I initially assumed we were in the world of pure fiction, particularly since Dimbulb Philip's bright idea is to attempt to revisit a childhood holiday with his dad, a holiday to Lars's beloved France.
Pappa älskar ju Frankrike. Vi åkte dit varje sommar. Och det var ju där han var som allra lyckligast.
Not only to go to the same places in the same car, a veteran Renault 5, but to try and duplicate many of the events that happened back in the 80s. And to help out, he enlists another passenger for this repeat holiday, none other than Filip's best friend, Fredrik. 3 men in a Renault, in other words. Let's go.
Go! Trots att det finns ett magiskt trollspö så kommer allt att bli som förr. Du kanske måste fatta att det inte kommer att bli så igen.
Well, not so fast. Lars is hardly in a fit state to let's go anywhere at the start. We're told he's about 80, but he's not wearing it particularly well. In the words of P.G. Woodhouse, he looks either like a chap of 110 who's rather young for his age, or a 99-year-old bowed down by trouble.
Jag tror att om du hjälper mig att ta ner honom till Frankrike och så ser vi till att han får uppleva allt det där han älskar, då kan han få livsgnistan tillbaka.
Vi åker idag.
Hur ska det gå?
But Filip refuses to be diverted from his plan. When it's suggested you can never really go back and retrieve the past, he refuses to accept it. Who says? So, next stop, the very hotel room where Dad told that amusing anecdote about Harry Belafonte, only to be interrupted by a passing train.
Hjärtat börjar slå. Allting är sig likt.
Folk säger kanske att man ska inte återskapa det som har varit. Varför inte då?
Well, leaving aside the limited shelf life of Harry Belafonte jokes these days, it's an indication of Filip's growing monomania that he and Fredrik set out to time the joke to fit another passing train. Synchronise your watches. As I say, is it fact or fiction? For all the seemingly fictional setups, old Lars doesn't seem to be acting as far as I can tell.
Men vad är alternativet? Att åka hem?
Ja, fan vad är inte mycket med.
Sluta nu då.
Real home movies from old family holidays seem to share space with bits that have been staged for the film. The Last Journey does go somewhere unexpected and touching by Journey's End, but I suspect long-time Filip and Fredrik fans would get more out of it. Appropriately in a story about the grass being greener in another country and how hard it is to retrieve the snows of yesteryear. For the rest of us, you probably had to be there.
Nu Lars, vilket äventyr!
Ja, den sista resan.